Hello, everyone. It is, guess what? Right now it's July 28th. It's 1:12 a.m. in the morning, and it's 2018. This is episode 175, and I should be working on my next cartoon right now, but instead I'm making a video for you guys. So right now you should all just sit around and go, "Whoa, thank you, Clay. You're so awesome. Yay! Thanks for putting us first, making this video. Yay! Yay! All right. Nah, calm down, folks. I don't expect you to do that. I have not drawn Don Jr. in a while, and I was thinking, man, this is going to be difficult. This is probably going to be one of those times where I sit there and I draw the same caricature 48 times, just draw it over and over and over and over again to get it correct. And then I went to my archives to see the last time that I drew Junior, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I like drawing this douche guy. I said douche guy. Douche guy. So you guys all know, last night around about 9 p.m.ish. Hang on, I got a bit of this. There's a pick in my mouth. Alright, I said there's a pick in my mouth. You need a third hand, you put the pick in your mouth. Yeah, last night about 9:30, the news came out that Michael Cohen wants to flip on Trump and show Robert Mueller where the bodies are. Basically, this body is that Trump, knew about the meeting in Trump Tower before it happened, and that he even approved it. You know who else said that? But it was more his opinion, was Steve Bannon. He said there's no way that thing happened. That thing went down in Trump Tower, one floor above Trump, without Trump knowing about it. And a lot of other people agree. The Trump Organization is really like a small family-run business. I know it's got a international brand, but it's not that big. People don't come and go from the Trump Organization often. People work there for like decades and stuff, you know? The Trump kids were raised in that building and they work in that building. And Donald Trump pretty much keeps his ass there. When he's not on the golf course, before he was president, which he was still there. So yeah, it's really, really hard to believe that he didn't know about it, especially since like the day before that, he was boasting that he was going to have some news about Hillary. He was going to make a major speech, and then he never made that speech. So, yeah. So Rudy Giuliani is saying, well, like a month ago, he was talking about how great Cohen was. He was just this fine man. He's being wrong. He's very ethical and blah 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 blah. And now he's like, oh, he's a known liar. Been lying his entire life. He has no credibility. And you know what? That's true. Rudy is right. Cohen has no credibility because he's been lying. Everything on the public record, he's been lying. And that's exactly why he worked for Donald Trump. Everything on the public record of his lies is in service to Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not hire ethical people. His previous lawyer was Roy Cohn, the guy that was disbarred. You hear Trump talking to Cohen on the tape, Yeah, here's where I draw Junior. I like this drawing so much that I zoomed in and I Instagrammed it. And if you're not following me on Instagram, why? But yeah, they're talking on the tape, and you can tell he did not have a problem with Cohen's credibility. When Trump was on Air Force One, being asked about Stormy Daniels, when he was initially denying that he knew anything about it, he said, "Talk to my lawyer." He said, "Go talk to Cohen. I don't know anything about it." Well, apparently when he told the press to go talk to his lawyer, this was before the raid and everything, he didn't have a problem with his lawyer's credibility. He wanted people to rely on it. The thing is, with stuff like this, and Giuliani knows this, whenever you go into like family crime, organized crime, which is pretty much, if you're going to charge Trump for anything, it's going to be organized crime. It is. You don't hire the most ethical people. They say like defense people. The defense picks their witnesses because that's who they did business with. They pick the witnesses for the prosecution, basically. Gangsters, they don't always work with priests and nuns and Boy Scouts. They work with other gangsters. So when you have people testify against them, you have gangsters. Rudy Giuliani, any prosecutor makes a career of putting unethical, unreliable liars on the witness stand. And it doesn't really come down to credibility. Like, and of course, we all know Donald Trump is a huge liar. Even more so than Cohen. Donald Trump can't take a crap without lying. I mean, the guy lies. He's the biggest liar who's ever been out there telling lies. I mean, it's pathetic, it's sick, and then we made him president because we got a lot of stupid people in this country. And the Russians really wanted to put a piece of crap into the White House. They just wanted to put a big orange turd right in there. It's like Putin just shat in the Oval Office, and that's what it looks like. But it's not going to come down to credibility of like, who can you believe more, Cohen or Donald Trump? Let me think about this. Well, pretty much with Trump, you take anybody's word over that. But it's going to come down to some other things, not their credibility. It's going to come down to motive. And who has the motive to cover up their previous lies? And that would be Donald Trump. And I'm not just picking on Donald Trump here. The biggest thing it's going to come down to is corroboration. Like other witnesses, because unless Cohen actually has this on tape, which I don't think he does, because you probably would have heard about now, unless it's just that damn good at holding it. It's going to come down to corroboration. It's going to come down to emails and texts between other people that back it up, and that stuff flies in court. Like if you do something to me, or if I witness you commit a crime, and then I go off and tell somebody else the next day, they didn't witness it, but they heard the story from me, that actually counts in court. I mean, you still got to convince the jury and stuff, and there's words for that I can't think of right now because I've only seen people play bad lawyers on TV. I've been watching bad lawyers on TV. This video also came up much longer than I expected it to. Drawing jail cells is always hard because it's like you don't really want the bars to cover up anything too important, like right where the eyes go and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pain. That's probably why this video came out too long. It just took like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I haven't even decided on my next cartoon yet, and it's 1:15. I got the coffee all prepped. It's like ready to go, but I don't turn it on until I get my idea. And then I sketch it out. It's got to be sketched out before I can start it. Okay, we're going to do some shout-outs. Kenta gave a shout-out. She likes the subject of my last cartoon, which I did on Democrats. I didn't even draw Donald Trump. That cartoon's in the Charleston Gazette today in West Virginia. I mean, it was published after midnight. I'll also being published in interesting places. I will have a cartoon in Europe's largest Sunday newspaper this Sunday. It's funny. Yeah, the Sunday newspaper's going on Sunday. In Europe, it's like they do entirely different newspapers. And they're like sister papers for the dailies. And I tell you the name of this one, but I already forgot it. It's like it's in German, and they're translating it. So I don't know. It's and when you read the cartoon, now it's gonna shout at you because they're gonna translate it. And the funny thing is, it's a cartoon from 2016, so it's nothing recent. It's nothing that I'm super proud of, you know. So like, yeah, that's a great cartoon. I'm more like, that's a good cartoon. And the Europe papers, they pay better than American papers. We'll figure. I can't tell. I also gave a shout out to the latest Costa Rica. I can't give me a shout out to the latest Costa Rica video, which I need to add to my list of Costa Rica videos. Thank you, Kenta. And she talked about how in the last one the cat ran away when I pulled out the guitar. You know, right now this did not chase the cat out of the room. It's just the acoustic. It's not the electric. It's just this one. But my cat is laying in the closet on top of my box of envelopes that I mailed my original cartoons in. The cat picks like a place to sleep, and he sticks with it for a few weeks. Like right now, he likes the stairs, like the middle of the stairs, and I
don't know how to set stairs light middle of the stairs to that setting.
I did not call you. Thank you. Did I say her name? I don't recall that. That's probably why she records people and gets them in trouble. And likes to sleep right behind my chair, which is very, very dangerous because if I scoot the chair back, I might get the cat. it's like kind of like I used to do that with my dog. I'd have to look down and make sure I wasn't going to like move the chair on top of a floppy ear. And then sometimes when I draw, he'd be right on my foot. You get used to it. Kind of like sleeping. I miss my dog. I miss my dog so much. And Aaron and I, we were going back and forth talking about copy editors and newspapers and how newspapers. The other thing is, I mean, we talk about how they, how they can't afford them, but it's more than that, Ariel. It's actually that they just stop caring about it too. It's like, okay, we don't really need this. We don't need this quality. We don't need to be correct all the time. We don't need to take it that seriously. So yeah, there is cost saving because they need to cut to save some money. I don't really want to defend them too much for saving money because they laid me off, bastards. But yeah. And a lot of times though, they're cutting costs to help the stock market and the stockholders and stuff. It's not even so much about oh no, the newspaper is losing so much money and stuff. These people are still making gazillions of dollars. So if they were really, really concerned about newspapers and quality newspapers, they'd cut their salary and put it into their newspapers, but they don't care about that. You can get me talking here all day about companies that buy bunches of newspapers and just muck them all up. Gatehouse. I got a thing about Gatehouse. Gatehouse, I have 2 Gatehouse clients, but they were my clients before they were Gatehouse papers. It's like so many of my clients have been bought and sold since after they signed me up. And Gatehouse is the hardest one to get into. But also, whenever I send my emails out pitching for new clients, some always come back because people retire, die, get fired, quit. And then I have to go there and I have to find the new contact at that newspaper. And you know which one comes back the most? Gatehouse. It's like there is bloodletting at Gatehouse every freaking day. If you ever get a job offer from Gatehouse, don't go. Don't go because you will be fired. And you're replacing somebody who was fired. They just like go through people like crazy. I need to do some more shout outs here. So we're about to run out of time. Berkshire Hathaway though, that's just a company. I thought Warren Buffett owning a company, he's like, oh, I love the newspapers, I'm a rich asshole, and I'm liberal, I'm gonna buy some newspapers, so I'm making some quality newspapers, I'm gonna save newspapers. Wrong. Go check out a Berkshire Hathaway newspaper. They all, it's like he doesn't even know he owns them. They just look like shit. They're terrible. And that's who bought my former employer. After somebody else bought it, and then they stripped everything apart in the company, like every single tiny building and car and automobile and every single piece and part, and they sold it all to 1,000 different people, and then they finally found someone to buy the newspaper, and it was Berkshire Hathaway. And they own like 7 other papers in the state, and they all look like you open up and turds fall out of it. They just look terrible. It's like you open up the newspaper, and it just falls out on your lap. Yeah, get me talk about newspaper. I'm a newspaper man. I've always had and always will be. I'm actually playing it with my forearm. Alright. And, area Robert Coutinho. Robert Coutinho, he, on the last cartoon, he said he likes the art. Thank you. But it's not one of his favorite cartoons for content. Well, Robert. After you, Robert. I didn't like that comment, Robert. What do you mean it's not your favorite cartoon, Robert? How dare you, Robert? Where do you live, Robert? I want to send Ariel after you. You don't want that. No, actually, I don't mind that. I mean, especially from someone who likes a lot and they come in here to support it. People, anytime you want, you can say, you know what, I don't really like that cartoon. Robert's the only one who's done that, so actually maybe he should get all the points, all the cool points. But I don't expect anyone to love everything, and I might even disagree with you. Probably will. None of my cartoons are actually my favorite. I mean, it's like a bunch of them I like, and there are a few cartoons where I come back to that I cannot stand. Even sometimes after I draw, like the day of, I look at it and go, oh my god, why did I do that? I could have done so much better. They're not really so much anything I regret for content. There are some of those in the past. And there's so much out there with artwork that I can't stand. It's like, a lot of times when I worked in a newspaper, there's a lot of days I would just burn out and from editors just beating me up every day, and I just didn't put a lot of effort into it. I hate to say that. Anyway, thanks for coming by. Thanks for all the comments, and sorry I couldn't address every single little thing you guys brought up. Please subscribe if you're new here. You new people aren't coming in anymore. And say stuff and subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.